Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are chiming in from around the world. Welcome to our travel and vacations presentation. Everybody loves it. Overview, family, we're going to have a great time. So for those of you who are our VIP guests, whether you are a clergy in the, a clergyman, pastor, owner of a nonprofit organization, whether you are a doctor, a lawyer, or Indian chief, whether you actually are a professional in whatever it is that you do, but you're looking for something different, you've come to the right place. And I am excited to share some amazing information with you today. I am your hostess today, Coach JP, and let's dive into this particular information. So what we're going to talk about today, family, happens to be travel and income. So we have a quick income disclaimer, and if grandmother would have talked to you today, she said, baby, the way this reads is, you can't just talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, And young people today, they say you can't just talk about it, you got to be about it. In other words, this is a business of sweat equity. The more you do, the more you'll earn. So let's talk about travel and vacations. But before we dive into travel and vacations, let me give you a little bit of the history of travel. Journey back with me to 2002. Now think about it. Back then, we used to have, and I'm sitting in a plaza now, we used to have these beautiful travel agencies where you could walk in and you could actually look at the beautiful posters and you could actually, daydream, in the travel agency. Well, flash forward to 2002, three bold visionary men, back then in 2002, they believed that travel was going to be where? On the internet. Now, they may not have known about the cell phone being our life, right? But they had an idea that travel would go to the internet, and they began to create a platform that really, really speaks to today's traveler. So in 2019, what do? We actually pick up our phone, we go to our laptop, and we go online to book travel. Here is the challenge. Most of us don't really realize that when we're shopping online, and whether we go from Priceline to Expedia to go to Hotwire, we don't realize that we're really only, because of something called parity, we're really only shopping two companies. Now, what do I mean? Well, in the world of travel, Expedia, a $70 billion company, Priceline, a $70 billion company. Each of these companies own everybody else that you see. So when you're shopping, right, when you're shopping online, for that travel, you're really only shopping two companies. And the reason that you'll see the price bands are so close to each other is because of an agreement called parity. In other words, if I'm a $70 billion company, I won't undercut you. You're a $70 billion company. You won't undercut me. And guess what? There's enough money for everybody. Well, see, our platform is different because we know that the people want to go on vacation. People want to travel. They want to see the world. So we're making it affordable for people to go to those destinations that they may have thought just yesterday were out of reach. So I want you to imagine with me 8 days and 7 nights. Where would you go? Well, I will tell you, if you go to those highly publicized sites like Expedia, Priceline, and Travelocity, it's going to cost you a lot more than if you take advantage of what we've taken advantage of. See, we each own a travel and hotel membership. Now, I want you to think of this from the perspective of like a BJ's or a I guess it's Costco or Sam's Club. I do know that one, Sam's Club. When we're there, we have the ability, ladies and gentlemen, to purchase the same food and cleaning supplies that we could purchase from a store outside of the membership, but inside the membership, we get to pay less. Then we're buying all of the same things, but the difference is that with our travel platform, the same travel that you are going to book, we're so sure about pricing on our accommodations that we actually back our pricing with 150% money back guarantee. So what will you get? Today, when you join us, you're going to be assigned your very own private, keyword private. We're not out there in the general public space. Keyword private, wholesale VIP booking engine. In other words, the only person that will have access to the prices that you're going to be able to see is going to be you. In other words, you have to be a member to be able to see the pricing. Not to mention, if you love cruises, there's even cash back on cruises and there are reward credits. You're used to the platform. You're used to being able to go in here, and you're used to putting in your destination, where you're going to check in, when you're going to check in, which is your arrival date, your departure date, and then pressing the word search. What you're not used to is what you're about to see, a platform that literally goes to work for you. So let's take a journey down to Orlando, right? So we looked online at those highly publicized sites, 7 days and 6 nights in a 2-bedroom suite. We compared the membership price to their price. Now you see the difference. You see the difference right there. Then let me ask you a question. Which makes more sense for you? To pay Expedia $1,641 or to keep the $943 in your pocket? I dare say you probably feel like me. I'm going to keep the $943 in my pocket so I can enjoy more of my vacation. What about a destination like Rome? We're talking about a 4-star for 2 adults, all inclusive, 7 days, 6 nights. Now you can pay the big price or you can pay the little price. Now to be technical, you can pay the retail price or you can pay the wholesale price. Then wouldn't it be better for you to hang on to that $812 so that you can go to all the excursions? I mean, picture the food, the fun, the fashion, the selfies, all of the memories that you're going to make, and you won't have been overcharged for your vacation. Colorado, I think they're adorable. Listen, Colorado, a 4-star, 2-bedroom ski resort. Imagine 2 couples going on this particular vacation. Look at the savings, family. Look at the difference in price. So you're going to be asking how is it possible that you're able to offer such amazing prices? And that is because we're private. See, American Express has a platform as well. I don't know if you know about it. It's called Inspirato. I'll share a little bit about that in just a few minutes, but Inspirato and American Express has been doing travel for dozens and dozens of years. The only way we can offer a better price is if we're private. You can't find our prices online. Plus, we have a patent pending algorithm that literally can verify what their price is, like that $1,005, and then bring you back the best price, like that $299. All right, where is this one? I don't even think I have to say anything about the destination, but I want you to imagine 7 days and 6 nights in a 2-bedroom, 4.5-star, right there on the strip. Okay, now there are 2 options you have. Now that you know what we offer, you can still continue to pay the $1,386, but I dare say, doesn't it make more sense to pay $459 to stay in the exact same hotel and then take your $920, $7 in savings and use that to go see Cirque du Soleil, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey? Like, which makes more sense? Of course, it makes sense to save the money. It makes perfect sense. Now I want you to take a journey down here with me to Bora Bora. Now this is my favorite destination, right? Right down there in the South Pacific. I don't know if you've seen it. They have these over-the-water bungalows where you can, a portion of the floor is carved away and you can look right through your tippy toes and you can see the marine life right below your feet. Well, you know what? You'll be in your bungalow and somebody to the left and somebody to the right of you paid $6,708 and then had to add taxes and then had to add fees. But you don't have to pay that. As a matter of fact, your cost is $3,222 less. And which makes more sense, family? To keep the money in your pocket or to give it away? How about cruises? Who are you out there that loves to go on cruises? Well, we have access to all 17 different cruise lines, family. Every single cruise company that you're familiar with. We get to eat as much as we want. We get to go to the events as much as we want. We can dance. We can go to movies. We can go, on the water slides. The thing is, it's endless fun when you're on a cruise. How about rental cars? I was just in Chicago and it was interesting because I called the company to verify how their debit card policy was. And so the young lady was desperately trying to sell me her rental car, right, through her platform. And I said, but I'm getting my rental car, I think it was like either $14 per day. And I asked if she could match that. Well, she couldn't, right? She couldn't. So I went ahead and booked it through our platform. But do you see how powerful that would be? If you're going to travel anyway, does it make sense for you to travel and keep extra money in your pocket? Well, you know how they say there's an app for that. Well, guess what? There is an app for our platform. Now, here's the unique thing that I want you to understand because it is so powerful. You're going to still earn reward credit from Hilton Honors or Westin or United Air, but inside of your membership, you're going to double dip. you're actually going to, actually earn additional reward credits. But the beauty of it is the reward credits from your hotel are added to when you book a cruise. Those are added to you when you book a rental car, which is added to when you book a flight, added to when you book a weekly stay. We even have family restaurants, right? We even have restaurants and clothing stores that you can shop at right inside of your membership. All of them earn you reward credits. And what's so unique is every single reward credit on our platform has a 10-year shelf life. Think about holding on to those reward credits like Charlize did. And she had so many reward credits recently that when we went to Brazil last year, she was able to take her reward credits, pay for round trip tickets out of North Carolina into Miami, round trip out of Miami to Brazil. Now, anybody who's ever looked at those flights, you know that's thousands of dollars. She paid $33 because the reward credits that had banked up in her vacation vault paid for everything else. Now, I told you that we're not the only game in town. As a matter of fact, you know what? American Express owns a company called Inspirato. Interestingly enough, Inspirato charges for their membership. Watch this: $10, $20, and $30,000. And on an annual basis, their members don't pay $3,400 anymore. We actually have to update these slides. They actually pay $3,600 per year. Now, they offer a lot of what we believe was very, very good, but there were a few things that we thought that we could do better. So let me ask you if what we decided to do for you makes sense. Does it make sense for you to be able to go where you want, when you want, with whom you want? There are no blackout dates like they have. There's no elimination period. It can be business travel, vacation travel, everyday travel. You can book as much as you like. What do I mean? Well, let me tell you about a young lady by the name of Tanisha. Tanisha's had her membership right now for right at about a year. Immediately, 2 days after she owned her membership, she booked round-trip air into London for her mom, her sister, and her auntie. Her cousin sings in London as Tina Turner on their Broadway musical, their Broadway-type platform. So they were going to see her. She saved $600 per ticket. That's $2,400 that she saved. Then she found out the baggage fees, right, which is about $100 per person. The baggage fees were included. So that's a $2,800 saving. She canceled a hotel that she had already booked with Expedia, and then she booked the hotel through her membership and saved another $1,400. That's on one vacation. She flew into Brazil to meet us in October. She flew back, saved $700 on her flight. Now, side note, we do not guarantee flights. That 150% price match, that difference, that is on our hotels, rental cars, resorts, cruises, all your accommodations, just not on flights. But oftentimes when you're flying overseas, and even here domestically, you will find a significant savings. But she's since then gone to Vegas twice. She's going to California once. She's headed out again tomorrow. And guess what? She's been saving and saving and saving. So we estimated the other day that she has saved over $7,500 in the last year. Does that make sense? And does it make sense for us to give you a price point that's not $10, $20, or $30,000? Who does that? But a price point of an initial fee of only one time, $299. That's it. Monthly is only $63. Their monthly subscription payment is $300. It's more than our membership costs to own. So what makes more sense? To continue to pay retail with Expedia, Priceline, or Travelocity, or to learn to pay wholesale? But you know what? We added one other caveat that nobody else has. See, what we say is most people travel with other people. Well, if you have 3 travel buddies or 3 other pastors or 3 other business owners or whoever, where it makes sense to them to keep their money in their pocket like it made sense to you, you refer those to us, family, and we will actually waive your monthly subscription. You won't even pay the monthly subscription as long as they're active. But guess what? We don't just have a basic membership. We actually have a platinum membership as well. Now, what it includes is you don't lose what you just had. See, for a one-time upgrade of $200, you still keep the wholesale membership. But it's for 4 people. So if you and your husband or you and your wife and your 2 adult children can all travel on the membership. The same membership They can all travel on the exact same membership. Not to mention, there are a couple of business opportunities. One is as a travel agent. You know, it's funny because I do this presentation, and I found out a couple of my cousins have been booking travel for people for years. But guess what? They said, I never made money from it. I never thought about it. Now they're certified travel agents. They created and did all of their training, not created, but they did all of their training right from their home. They're able to book travel right from their home. And then the platform even shows them how to get free cruises and free vacations. It's pretty nice. But in addition to that, we have something called our Ultimate Customer Program. It is unlimited customers, right? Unlimited customers. And with this, just like we're so sure about your travel, we back at 150%. With this, we're so sure that you're going to be able to have this platform and love it, create some extra income from it. Then we back it with a 100% risk-free guarantee. So let's look at the possibilities. First things first, our unlimited customer program. We call it the Share Savings and Earning Program. Listen, you follow a very simple system. A very simple system of sharing your links. See, because once you're a platinum, you're going to be actually assigned a link. The link is going to give your friends and family the ability to book travel as if they were on Expedia, Priceline, and Travelocity. But now, 85 to 90% of the time, they're going to save money. But you know what the company will do for you for referring them? 60% of whatever they save plus reward credit, they're going to give to you just because you referred them. See, watch this. This is how the platform looks. Now, your friends and family, I call it my friends and family discount. But think about if you're a nonprofit organization, or if you're a ministry, or maybe you're a business owner and you're trying to bring value to your customers. This is what it looks like. Customers are already familiar with it. But let's just say one of your members of your organization actually downloaded the link, and they signed up for free, because customers are free. They sign up for free, and they notice that on a 3-bedroom resort down in Orlando, they have the ability to save $511. Most people being from Missouri, though, guess what? They're going to go and they're going to double check on Expedia, Priceline, or Travelocity, and they're going to see, oh, I really can save $511. They book it, your commission are $306, 60% of what they saved. And what did you share? You shared your link. But recently I've spoken to dozens of nonprofit organizations, dozens of pastors. It's just all of these different nonprofit entities that have a need to raise money. We're showing them how this particular platform can help them do exactly that. Let me give you an example. So we ran some numbers. We ran some numbers, and we have what we call the ultimate fundraiser. And so if you're a minister or a pastor, or maybe you own your own business, or you're part of, or you are the head of an organization or alumni association, any entity that needs to raise money, I want to just share with you for a second how this platform not only works for the ordinary individual, but how it can work for your entity as well. So we took, just did some mathematics, and we said, what if you're a ministry of 1,500 or an association of 10,000, nonprofit of 80? You get the point, right? And what if only 20% of your member base took one trip, and they saved not $511. No, not $411, not $311, not $211, not even $111. We said, what if they only saved $50 on that vacation in 2019? This is what your organization would raise. These are the funds that your organization would raise. I want you to think about it. Where do our congregations go to book their travel? They book them online, because that's the only place that they know. But now your organization owns the link. We have a very, very nice letter that you can send to your organization expressing how powerful this is and how this is a way to raise money without asking for an additional donation. Now think about it. They're going to travel anyway. Does it make sense to just let that money leave the house and never circle back? Or does it make sense, guys, to redirect some of those funds right back to your organization? Wouldn't it be nice to raise $9,000, $60,000, $480,000 for your organization on something they were going to do anyway? get back with the person that invited you to this platform, and they'll share more details with that. But congratulations and welcome aboard. You've seen the best travel platform out there. But something else my grandmother used to say, because if I were to ask you, does this make sense? You would say, it does. Well, grandmother used to say, if it makes sense, it can make dollars. And so we say to you this, if travel and vacations is something everybody loves, doesn't it make sense for you to make that a business of yours? See, travel is not something you've got to convince people to do. Now, Warren Buffett, renowned billionaire, the number 3 billionaire on the planet, gives you and I a piece of advice. He says to create wealth, start a business. He goes on to say the things that you like to do should be a hobby of yours. But things that the world does should be a business of yours. Family, what is the world doing? Well, they are what? They are traveling to the tune of $8 trillion annually. And these numbers are based on 2017. We're going to be on the phone on this webinar for just under an hour. Look at the amount of money, right? Look at the amount of money that will be earned by travel in just under an hour. So I was recently speaking to a young lady, and she was saying that she needed to earn an extra $400 or $500 or $600 just to make her ends meet. But she says, I have 4 children, a senior, a junior, a freshman, and a 6th grader, and I'm already working full time. I need to make my ends meet, but I'm afraid of going out here, right? I'm afraid of going out here and then leaving them at home because I need to work an extra 20 hours a week. But I asked her, would it make sense for you to be able to create that same income in a business of your own? See, by adding just $19.95 to whatever platform you chose, family, you're now in business for yourself. You can create multiple streams of income. You know what? There are no employees. You set your own schedule, so it works around your schedule. And if I could show you how to earn that extra income without having to leave your children 20 hours a week based on somebody else's schedule for you, would that make sense to you? And of course, she said yes. See, here's the thing. In your first 30 days, our goal is very simple. Our goal is to help you earn over $1,000 in your first 30 days. Now, you realize that $10 an hour, that's working 100 hours outside of our platform, but it's not inside. No, you don't have to know what you're doing, see, because we're going to do the heavy lifting for you. Just like somebody invited you to watch this webinar, and I'm doing the work for them, we're going to do the same work for you. See, your first 3 people that you're able to share with this platform that we help you do, you're going to earn $30 per person and then $150 fast start bonus. But watch this. Then when we bring on those other 4, you'll notice that you've got a little bit of a raise, $50 per person. But at your 7th person in 30 days, the company is going to pay you a total of another $1,000 bonus. The total commission is $1,440. And I said to her, if $400 or $500 were what you were looking to earn every single month, you earn 3 times that your first month with us. Family, here's the beautiful thing, is that those $1,000 bonuses are not limited to one. As a matter of fact, they are unlimited. And the secret to our business is just helping people get something called 3 and free. Let me refresh your memory. Remember back when we talked about, other companies and that we added something they did not, where people can be, you refer 3 and that subscription fee goes away? Well, that's the secret sauce to what we do, helping people to enjoy all the travel they want, like Tanisha and like Charlize, but not have to pay the monthly subscription. So let's show you how it works. You're a team builder. Every time 7 sales falls into your team builder network, whether you did the work or not, the company's going to pay you $1,000. See how that works? You referred those first 4, but then the young man here says, well, if you're 3 and free, I want to be 3 and free. We help him do the same thing. He's now a team builder. He can do the exact same thing that you're doing. And these are all based on platinum sales, just FYI. Now, let's just say this next couple is a passer. They bring on 3. They earn the fast start bonus. I want you to watch how this unfolds. I want you to notice that we're not showing you personally enrolling anybody else, but you're earning $1,000 bonuses because every time 7 falls in your network, you earn another $1,000 bonus. So would the young man be able to earn $1,000 bonuses? Absolutely. And what I love about our platform is you can go infinitely this way. You can go infinitely this way. It does not matter. Remember I said at the beginning of this platform, grandmother would used to say, you can't just talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, and that this is a business of sweat equity. It's up to you how much you want to earn. What blows my mind is that every time 100 sales falls into your team builder network, the company will actually pay you a $10,000 bonus. Not just one time, but every time that 100 sales falls into your team builder network. Now that is pretty awesome. But let me tell you what's awesome for those of you, because we've got people chiming in from all over the world, right? What's so amazing for you is that if you want to, because maybe you have a business you need to fund. Maybe you have a business you want to start. Maybe you have a child you want to put in private school, or a parent you need to take care of, a medical procedure that your insurance company won't pay for. Well, we're the only company where in your first 100 days, you let us help you onboard 100 memberships, and the company is going to pay you in total over $50,000 in commissions and bonuses. But she said to me, Miss Parker, I just need $500, $400, $500, $600 a month just to make my ends meet. I don't need all of that. And I get it, because a lot of people are, you know what, just an extra $500 is perfect. Well, you know what, we have a $500 monthly guarantee. And so let me share with you what I shared with her. We will help you get those three because we want to eliminate that monthly subscription payment, yes? But what do you think those three want to do? Well, they want to be 3 and free, so we're going to help them to get what? 3 each. That's 9 more members that now have the ability to travel, right? They and their travel buddies, and travel at a wholesale price. And then those 9, what are we going to do? We're going to help those 9 to get what? 3 and free. And I shared with her, just working together for a little while, we've got that guaranteed $500 every single month. There are some additional details. You can see that in our compensation plan, family. But what would an extra $500 per month do for you? What would an extra $1,000 every month, every other month do for you? See, because you're getting paid not only for what you do, but what you help other people to do. And what other platform does that? I've been in employment, an employer of companies where I'm actually helping to train someone, but there was never any compensation. Not here. We respect and we look up to the fact that you're willing to help other people, and because you do that, you're going to earn significant income here as well. Pretty good compensation plan, yes? And if I were done, absolutely amazing, hands down, amazing. But I'm not done. See, we even have an executive platform, and as a director in our company, I will tell you that it is one of the most lucrative platforms out there and one of the most generous executive platforms ever. Now watch this. We have multiple levels, and when you actually qualify to the first level of director, they give you a really nice blue blazer to kind of help, you'll kind of stand out a little bit with it. But the beautiful thing is they also begin to pay you $1,000 a month. And I was sharing with somebody yesterday or the other day, I said, what if you closed your eyes and you looked at your W-2 and you added $12,000 to that, $12,000 extra dollars per year? What does that do for you and your family, right? How about when you get to level 2 and the family actually purchases for you a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger? There's an extra $2,000 per month. So now take your current income and add $24,000. What does that do for you and your family? What changes for you? How quickly can you get out of debt? How quickly can you pay off a house? How much more can we donate to our nonprofit organization? Level 3, the company is actually going to they're going to purchase for you a Mercedes CLA 45 AMG, a Jaguar XF, or a BMW 428i. But I want you to look at that residual $4,000 a month, because see, that's every month. You do see that that's monthly bonus, right? That's every single month. One of the things that Robert Kiyosaki says is, he says, a definition of being rich is when more money is coming in every single month that you don't have to keep earning. See, this money already earned. You don't go back and get that, right? But there's more coming in every single month than the bills or expenses that we have going out. Think about that, family. How many of us would like to retire early? How many of us are very, very close to retirement? We want to finish it up and get our retirement income, but that extra $4,000, that extra $8,000 will be a really, really handsome supplement to our retirement. How many of us want to retire a parent, right? How many of us want to be able to take a vacation every quarter? But when you've got extra income coming in by putting in a little bit of sweat equity, that's what happens. You know, they just added this level to our platform, and this is level 5, where you're going to get the Lamborghini Huracan, the Ferrari Portofino, or the Bentley, and the two-door, four-door Bentley. And I remember speaking to a young lady, and we were looking at the $1 million cash bonus, and she's like 21 years old, and she said, Miss Parker, it just looks like it would take too long to get to that $1 million to the top of the comp plan. And I said, baby girl, how old are you? And she said, I'm 21. And I said, what is your retirement age? Do you know? And she says, it's 65. And I said, well, no, it's really more like 70, 72, 75. But let's just go with your number. You're 21 years old, right? You're 21 years old. So the estimated retirement, if it was age 65, the estimated retirement means you got 44 years to work. And if history holds true, unless you got a great executive, retirement platform, then you're likely to have to go find employment elsewhere to make your ends meet. But we're talking about 10 years. We're talking about 10 years. Maybe. Could be 6, could be 8. But if it took you 10 years, you'd be 31 years old. And you'd never have to work for anybody else. See, grandmother used to say this thing about not having all your eggs in one basket. What this is just another basket. I remember grandmother used to say there's more than one way to skin a cat. And a lot of us spend a lot of time looking for how can we create, that security. A lot of us just want to be secure. We don't want to feel like if we're threatened at work, we're going to be in trouble. We don't want to feel like if the company closes down, we're going to be in trouble, or if we get too old or sick, that we financially won't be able to make it. We want to be comfortable. We want to feel secure. Well, welcome to security. So you can create it for yourself. You don't have to ask anybody for it. Everything that you're seeing now is still added to everything I talked about before. It doesn't go away. I mean, what if it took you 15, 20 years to get to a place where the company is paying you $100,000 a month, every month for 10 years guaranteed? What does that do for you and your family, for your children and your children's children? See, because those monthly bonuses, that residual income that we didn't go into a lot about, but all of that it comes in every single month. What changes when you take control of your future? I remember when I saw this and I needed to make a decision, and I remember, I've been, when my company closed during the recession, we went from a company doing $21 million a year to, by the time, they're coming through the recession, a company that we couldn't clear a $500 check. Our bank filed bankruptcy, pulled a line of credit. Our doors were closed. And so I lost everything, forced to move back home with my mom. And I'm looking at this business, and somebody's telling me that I can do this from home. I'm in control. I can work as much as I want and create this. And I will tell you, it was a little bit hard to believe. Does that make sense? Because I worked all my life, and I gone back down to zero, not even zero, below zero, because when our doors closed, we still owe people money. And I remember thinking, I don't believe it. I remember thinking that. And I actually rode down to Atlanta, to the Crown Plaza in Atlanta, and there was a young lady by the name of Tashana Richardson, who too had been displaced from her home with 5 children. And I remember seeing them, hand her the keys to that Dodge Challenger I was telling you about a minute ago. And I remember them also handing her checks, a $10,000 check, a $2,300 check, the $2,000 check you get every month when you get to that level, and some other check. But it was over $15,000 in checks. And I said to myself, if she can do it, then I can too. Because if God is no respecter of persons, and if we're all made alike, then if I just do the same work she did, I can have the same thing she had. I remember thinking before I got started that, I don't have time. And that was because I couldn't find a job. I worked for myself for so long, I had no references. I couldn't find a job that paid decently, so I was working 3 of them. And I was so busy trying to earn, $40,000 a year that I almost missed the opportunity to earn $40,000 a month. I said to myself, well, I don't have time, right? I don't have time. The thing about this is you just make time for what you need to do. And then I said to myself, but I don't know what I'm doing, right? I had them all the excuses. And here's the thing. I have coaches and mentors that have grabbed me by the hand and literally walked me step by step through the process, just like we're going to do for you. So what next? What did you do next? Well, you know what? You've seen an absolutely amazing, amazing opportunity. So what I would suggest you do next is get back with the person that invited you to this particular webinar. Let them know you are ready to get started. You see something, and we don't all have to see the same thing. That's the beautiful part. Some of you, make sure I still got volume. All right. Some of you may say, well, you know what? All of that is great, but Miss Parker, all I want to do is travel. We've got this beautiful champion, and she's part of a bikers community, and they love to travel. If your thing is travel, right? If that's what you want to do, have at it. Enjoy the travel. But don't enjoy travel and be taken advantage of by Expedia. Doesn't it make sense for you to no longer give them your money? As a matter of fact, I want to ask for a refund. How about you? Or you may be that person that says, well, I do have a nonprofit organization, and I would love the opportunity for somebody to explain how the link can help us raise money. Just get back with us. We'll, the person that invited you, and we'll let you know how to do that. You may be that person that says, but Janice, I need an opportunity. I've worked and I've tried, or you may be a millennial saying, I'm just not trying to work that hard. It doesn't matter. But here's what grandmother would say, 3 things, and I'm done. Number 1, she would say, don't put off till tomorrow what you need to get done today. Everything is divinely ordered. If you're seeing this today, it's because it's time to take action today, right? Grandmother would also say to you, she would say this, she would say, baby, she would say, listen, there's no time like the present. And there isn't. I mean, think about it. How many of us have in our life some I wish I would have, should have, could have moments on things we should have done, we just didn't do? And now we're like, man, what would have happened? Well, don't let this be one of those, man, what would have happened things. So time waits for no one. That's the other thing that she would tell you. It doesn't. If we look up, we're already 5 months into the year, 5.5 months into the year. We came in this year with New Year's resolutions. The question is, are we going to have the same ones next year, or will we get started today and begin to fulfill some of those New Year's resolutions? And we can help you do it right here with Surge 365. Thank you so very much, champions, for being on the line with us today. Wherever you are around the world, all right, get back with the person that invited you. This particular webinar is officially over. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're chiming in from around the world. I am your host, Marketing Director Janice Parker, and I'm coming to you live from Hampton, Virginia. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.